on PKN this week, our other show, I suggested that it might be funny if people threw more dildos onto the court at the WNBA games. I, of course, wouldn't recommend anyone do
Never.
it. I wouldn't tell you to do it. But if it happened, I sure would laugh. And I know it wasn't you guys who answered my prayers, but just the world at large seemed to have come together. Maybe God himself. There was a storm of dicks hitting the court this week, boys. Like I lost count. And they've all been green so far. They've all been green. And there's a betting line on whether it's going to be blue next, whether it's going to be over 6.5 inches. And the odds are pretty juicy, you know?
So the NBA starts up this fall. Hear me out.
Okay.
We throw fleshlights on the court.
I think that plastic's going to shatter when it hits them. If it's in its pussy housing, you know what I mean? They'll have to take the
not fleshlights necessarily,
rubber part,
just some other rubber fuckable toy.
Nobody wants to get banned from NBA games, though. The whole point of this is like, oh, I can't go to the fucking Atlanta Spark anymore or whatever they're fucking called.
No. I read online that's not what happens. If you get caught throwing a dildo onto a WNBA court, they make you attend 10 more games.
You're there.
Please don't do anything. Please, no, not Angel Reese. No.
If I have to go to another fucking Baltimore Bimbos game, I'm gonna lose it.
They caught a kid this week. He was 18 years old. I saw the mugshot. Looked like one of our boys. And I don't know what they're charging him with, but they did arrest him and take his mugshot. I'm sure he'll be banned from future events.
2 counts of hilarity.
I must say, the more dildos I see hitting that basketball court, the more I'll crack up. It is fucking hilarious. The move, though, is to use a suction cup dildo and to throw it in such a way that it sticks to the backboard. Because what's happening is they're hitting the court, and very quickly someone kicks it over to the sidelines, whatever you call it, side of the court, and they throw a towel on it, or some trainer scoops it up and like hurries it away so nobody gets to really yuck it up. But if you stuck that bitch to the backboard, and also, and I was talking to Chiz about this, I'd like to see one of those big double enders. Okay, like it's cool that we're throwing these little green guys, but I think a variety of dildos would be funnier. If I see a bad dragon hit the court, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Hear me out.
I'm gonna lose my shit.
We get an athletic guy with the suction cup dildo, jump up, stick it on the backboard, and not one of the women can get it down.
Oh, unless there's like a middling boys high school player in the audience, no one's going to be able to retrieve it. You're right. That's
funny.
Isn't
WNBA like Caitlin Clark
like
jumping and not getting it?
That would be very, very funny.
Well, did you see they implemented a no bag rule to the games anymore?
I did.
You think that'll stop our boys?
Yeah,
you think they had their dildos in bags?
I was
I had
gonna
it in
say,
a purse.
Woody got it. You know exactly a convenient storage hole for a dildo.
It's going to wear a big coat or something. They'll find a way in. This is just a barrier to entry. They'll just, take guys with a little more gumption to be throwing dildos now.
Things going in the old prison wallet.
Winter coats.
Yeah, I mean, you would have to be genuinely, unbelievably athletic to throw it like the whole length of the court and to get it to stick. Because what other angle could you throw it at to get it to stick? There's nothing. You'd have to like long shot it from one end to the other.
Jumping in.
I may need to storm the court. I may need to storm. Maybe during halftime when they got that little springboard the mascot jumps off of. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't have the hops to get it up there.
Oh no, I'm not the guy.
I'm gonna need that springboard. Yeah. Man, that would be great. I love seeing that. Their sport is a mockery, so seeing it made a mockery of just fills my heart with like warmth.
It's a big barrier to entry there because you have to buy an $8 ticket to a WNBA.
Are there going to be any seats available? Oh yeah, right up here right here. Are you the coach? Hey, nice to meet you.
It's the only sport where a hot dog costs more than getting.
Yeah, I'll take a towel. Sure.
Yeah, I can't imagine trying to get excited at a WNBA game. Like I wouldn't want to go to a regular NBA game.
Made it!
Interested, but at least if I went to a real NBA game, I'd be like, all right, so at least I don't understand this sport, but at least I know these guys are the best at it. Like what all the stuff they're doing, they're killing it. WNBA is like, they just
you would see higher levels of play at a boys championship.
Other women's sports though.
I haven't really watched any women's sports.
Like what?
Like the MMA fighters would all lose against the boys, but I'll enjoy their fights just as much.
All right. So here's my take on WMMA. I like it, but I think the reason I liked it is because I started watching during like a golden age renaissance for women's MMA. And there's like, I would say nowadays, there's only like 4 women who can fight. It's like the heavyweight division of men. There's 4 athletic big guys who can do the sport. And then there's like 25 fatzos who don't have the discipline to be a light heavyweight, or they're just unathletic freaks who are so big that they can cut it as the 24th best heavyweight in the world because the division is that shallow. Women's MMA is still the same thing. Amanda Nunes is coming back, but Kayla Harrison, the big yoked American who's champ right now, she doesn't look technical to me. She doesn't look like if you compared her technique to an equivalent man's, it's not even close. The way Merab looks at 135, how sharp he is, how well-rounded he is at everything. She's just a big old monster woman. I always thought Rose was very technical, though she's had some shitty fights, like 3 in a row or something. Not losses necessarily, but just bad fights. But Valentina Shevchenko, Amanda Nunes, and that Chinese girl whose name, Wei Li or Wei Lin or Wei Li. Yes. Those 3 are 3 women who can fucking fight. They're technical, they're athletic, they're on another level. They're very good, and they would be able to cut it in women's MMA 10 years from now when it finally advances. But the rest of them are just like the men's heavyweight division. They're only here because there's no one better, and there isn't anyone better.
To me, the women have always kind of been like that. Like, forget the Karate Hottie's real name or Paige Van Zant. Like, they weren't great fighters. They were a tier below. Ronda Rousey during that run. Beche? I swear to God. 6 months before she fought Ronda Rousey, this is true, she was working as a certified public accountant. Like, that was her real career. Not the first accountant to make it into the UFC. I can think Chuck Liddell comes to mind. But anyway, yeah, it's always been shallow on the women's side, but I don't really need skill or talent to enjoy fighting.
I don't think it's going to get deeper necessarily, or if it does, it's not going to be at the rate that the UFC does. The UFC still doesn't pay nearly enough to attract the greatest athletes in the world. You kind of get the leftovers. That John Jones is a perfect example. He's the leftover of his family, even, and he's the GOAT of MMA. Women's MMA, it's that exacerbated, magnified, because what little girl is like, oh yeah, I want to get my brains beat out in an octagon. I'm gonna start getting into to wrestling, so I have a strong base. like
the horrific injuries some of those women get, like, yeah,
big cuts. That's the other thing, because you only have like 3 or 4 killers, like 1 per weight division, more or less. It's lambs to the slaughter, like half the time. I've seen Valentina Shevchenko beat the brakes off some women, and I would just be like, "Come on, you got her, got her, let her." And she's like on top in full mount, and she's throwing nasty slicing elbows. And
What's
this girl
her nickname?
The Bullet.
The Bullet, yeah. You can get the assassin out of my head.
She's like a dance. She's almost like a Charlie's Angel. Like, she's a fantastic dancer. She's trained in with firearms, like like tactical shooting, and she's one of the greatest women fighters of all time.
It's a heck of a show. Like, she'll defend her title, right? Win a world championship or keep her world championship by beating the brakes off some other girl. Then afterwards, she puts the belt on and pirouettes, and you're like, shit, she can actually do that. She dances in the octagon afterwards.
Yeah, and she's pretty.
Trained.
Yeah, she's pretty. She's definitely like on the more attractive side as far as women's MMA goes. But yeah, I don't think it's going to get much better anytime soon. And most, I don't know. I don't watch a lot of sports in general, but like Taylor said, if I am going to spend my time and or money or whatever watching a sport, I don't want to watch the people. I want to watch the people who are the best at it. Like exactly like Taylor said, I don't love the NBA and basketball, even as a sport, but I see the NBA is on, or it's a championship game, I'm going to watch 20 minutes of it to see the best in the world, like, bounce the ball and throw it. That alone is enough.
Yeah. Sometimes with women's sports, I don't. Sometimes it's like watching pretty girls do the same thing. I'm talking about tennis, beach volleyball.
Beach volleyball rules.
It's a short list. Heck, sometimes on YouTube I watch indoor rock climbing, and it's like, oh, this is just pretty girls doing athletic shit.
Oh, that harness is riding up. Oh, she's gonna need some chalk.
They do it in like, I think they're called boy shorts. Like, you know, you can
I don't need those.
No, that's going to impede your movement, ma'am. I know what I'm doing. It's like, sir, you're eating out of a Chipotle bag right now. You don't work here.
Yeah, I don't watch any women's sports that I can think of, other than the MMA. But I, you know, if beach volleyball is on, I don't see how you could avoid that. Beach volleyball is just a wonderful thing, and the girls who play beach volleyball, they know. They know.
Oh yeah,
they know what's happening.
Fucking smoke shows.
It's only the uggos who are always like, "Why can't we wear board shorts?" Fuck you, fuck you. You want no sponsors? Do you want no one to watch this?
You can, but I'm rooting against you.
And you know who pushes back probably the hardest on that? I bet all the other girls on the team like beat her with socks full of oranges, like in the locker room afterward. Like, stop it! You know why we're here.
If we start wearing full shorts, we're going to be making WNBA money. I don't want that.
My wife said I got to kick your ass.
Yeah, I think there's enough hot girls in the WNBA that if they just like sexied up the uniforms a little bit, give a cut in the shirt, shorten the shorts a touch.
Show us Lola Bunny from Space Jam, Zach.
The original.
The original.
And then Officer Hops. I only want to see rabbits I want to fuck.
Out for
yeah. I remember watching that movie when I was like 7 and being like, this is a confusing character for me. I know it's a rabbit, but I like it.
Dude, that has to be, I never thought about this. That has to be the origin for a lot of furry people's like awakening. Like you know how maybe you saw that first like hot chick in a movie or something. You're like,
Jessica Rabbit.
Oh, maybe. I think a lot of people see like Megan Fox in like Transformers or whatever, and that's their like awakening as a man. But like maybe someone saw like Maid Marian in Robin Hood. That Fox. Look at this,
dude. I actually on that note heard I watched this like YouTube documentary. It was like an hour and a half long years ago. Apparently there was some like underground magazine for like furries back in the day, and all these people would draw like sexualized animals like furries do now. And like fucking 90% of them ended up working for like Disney. And like the theory is that's why you get Lola Bunny and shit, like sexualized caricatures of animals.
Well, that's Warner Brothers, but there ain't nothing wrong with that. There ain't nothing wrong with that. That was fun. I watched that. I watched Space Jam this week. Michael Jackson. I remember Jordan being a better actor as a kid. Wow.
Well, he sucked.
And they put him. The best part, they've got Newman's in that movie. He's Michael's new agent or something. Maybe he's a liaison between his baseball team. They want to keep Michael happy, and he drives Michael home. And I was like, why the fuck is Michael Jordan need a ride home? Why isn't he in a limo or like one of his fleet of magical cars he owns? And then he gets home, and it's like a suburban house. It's like a regular, normal, middle class home. When he goes inside, it's dumpy. They really played down the fact that Michael Jordan, 3-time NBA champion, is a multi-millionaire who's sponsored by half a dozen mainstream big tier companies.